Girl, we don't want that goddamn camera monitor. Goddamn. Keep a motherfucker coming on my screen every 2-3 scrolls.
Get stopped in the street for my bracelet. Click down below. No. Even if I like your bracelet and it'd be easier for me to just click your TikTok shop link, no, I'm gonna go out of my way to not buy it through your link.
Why is my TikTok full of fucking ads? I just want to watch some TikTok. I'm bored. And all I'm seeing is, oh, have you got this? You should totally buy that. Only £4.99. I don't give a fuck. Just let me watch some TikTok.
In a world where everyone is trying to sell you something, how do people stand out and also ensure that you don't only see their posts, but remember them? Because everyone is trying to sell you something, people have resorted to making posts that are not only questionable, but also unhinged. From people washing watermelon with dish soap to people stacking hundreds upon hundreds of energy drinks in drawers. And all of this is done to get your attention, but in the most disturbing way. So today, my friends, let's talk about how social media has killed marketing. My name is Bobina, and if you're someone who's interested in influencer culture and social media in general, then you're in the right place. So let's not waste any time and get into this video. In the beginning, when brands would market their products on social media, it was very organic, but as time went on and the platforms became more saturated, more brands started marketing and more influencers started marketing brands, people realized that it became a lot more difficult for you to stand out. And this is when everything changed, because they realized something important. That for you to be successful marketing your products or brand on social media, you had to be extreme enough to get people riled up while ensuring that you don't get cancelled. And this is a very effective strategy, because while everyone is fighting each other on whether you should or shouldn't be cancelled, on whether you are racist or extreme or whatever it is, your brand is being talked about, being marketed, and you're getting more sales. And to put the icing on the cake, with the introduction of TikTok, everything became fast-paced, like times infinity. And now brands have taken over social media platforms, and it's giving cable. It's giving cable. It's giving I can't run away from you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm gonna be the first to admit that the only reason why I get paid from this channel is because of ads. And I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry. But I am part of the problem and I will accept it. But it is so weird, the amount of brands that you will find in comment section just trying to act like they're people. I know it's probably a guy or girl who's probably just responding to comments and just interacting and keeping the brand alive. But it's so weird that brands have now become intertwined with normal people, and it's getting really strange and weird.
I feel like we need to bring back silence brand. And here's my little think piece, right? When TikTok was in its early stages, right? From 2019 even all the way into 2021, I would say, there was this thing where people would barely see brands on this app. They hadn't infiltrated yet. You know what I'm saying? It felt like the first wave of settler colonialism when they did come in, and then they wanted to comment on everything and shit. And people were really averse to that at first. They'd be like, silence brand, what are you doing in the comments? Nobody wants to hear from you. We don't want your advertisements. Now, the space that we're in currently with TikTok and social media as a whole, really, you can't escape advertisements. It feels like you're constantly being assaulted by ads on this app and every other one, to be honest. I feel like we need to kickstart that campaign to bring back silence brand as a whole, just because really it's free advertisement. When you see a viral ass post and then there's 20 different large major corporations who don't pay their workers anything but scraps, I don't feel like that's really fair. I don't feel like every single brand should have infinite access to this group of consumers at all fucking times. There's got to be something that's just for us. You know what I'm saying?
Social media, the whole point of it was for us to socialize as people, for us to talk to each other, for us to engage with each other, for us to share our experiences, share our lives, whatever it is. And now it's just about selling stuff to each other. It's become a marketplace, and it's really weird how it's evolved. It's so strange. To be honest, again, I will say that it's provided income for a lot of people, but I think it can be done in a way that doesn't actually take away from the human to human experience. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. And this brings us to rage bait. Now, this is a very incredibly effective form of marketing, and to be honest, I have fallen for it. I have fallen for it a couple of times. There is literally a whole section of TikTok where people wash their food with dish soap. I mean, the whole point of cooking our food is so that we can kill bacteria. And you washing your food with dish soap is just you literally adding chemicals to your food. And a lot of people have pointed out in the comment section that the food that they eat at the end of the video is usually or probably not the food that they use the dish soap on. And again, that just goes to what? Show that they are just wasting food. How do you wash ground beef with dish soap? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How do you wash a whole watermelon with dish soap? Make it make sense. These videos have crazy comment section. Why? Because they're rage baiting people and they get hundreds upon millions of views. These videos go viral because each time someone sees a video like that, they're triggered. But you know what I'm going to tell you today? No more getting triggered.
Not on my watch.
I'm going to show you guys a video and I would really appreciate it if you guys could just let me know what you think the point of the video is, because I just cannot seem to compute what the point of the video is.
Instead of throwing your dishes out every time they get dirty,
And there is a woman out there who probably looked at this man and said, "That's the man I want." Yep. What's the thought process? How do you even come up with stuff like this? You know what I mean, right? Like, he's probably just trying to rage bait people into like getting more views and whatever. And this is a form of marketing because people are going in the comment section and leaving terrible comments. You know what I mean? Yeah. So again, that's another example of rage bait. You're smarter than that and you're not going to fall for that. Promise me you won't. Promise me. Promise me. I'll have faith in you. TikTok and social media in general rewards engagement, and rage bait is the best way. TikTok rewards engagement, and it's the same thing with restock videos. People stocking hundreds of products that they know they will not be able to use within the lifespan of that product, to get people talking and people saying, "Excuse me, you're being extreme and you're doing too much." Because being just normal doesn't sell. It doesn't cause people to feel a certain way. And people have realized that triggering your emotions is the best way to get a product to sell. For example, here's an ad for a mini fridge. And I'll be the first to admit the fridge is cute. But there are a few things that are off in this video, and we'll talk about them. But first, let's take a look.
Yo, what up? I've always wanted a mini fridge in my bathroom. Is this not the perfect spot? Okay, let's talk it. That fuzz scared me. I thought it was like a bug. First poppy. I'm low on Celsius, but this is a must. I have to go get more. Next, I'm filling these up with water. Okay, these are so cute. I'm gonna put them on the door. Time for the snacks. Also, look at the cutting board Instagram sent me. Recipe videos are coming back, by the way, so stay tuned. First, blackberries, raspberries, coconut, baby bell. The end of an ice cream cone is so good. Unreals. Lunchables and Capri Sun. Pickles, of course. Mini Diet Coke on the door. Not strawberry apples.
First of all, there are hundreds of products here, and it's really easy for you to get lost on which product is actually being marketed.
Sauce is my favorite snack. I can eat 20 of these. Using this tray for the top. West protein chips. And of course, all of my lemons. This is exactly what my bathroom needed. Now when I'm doing my makeup, I can come over and have a little drink or snack. This is my sign to eat one of these. Anyways, I'll link this on my Amazon. I love you. Bye.
First of all, why is the fridge in the bathroom? Who eats in the bathroom? How long does it take for you to do your makeup? Those were the comments that were in the comment section. Yes, people were like, "Oh my gosh, it's cute. I love the fridge." And I totally agree with them. It might be probably useful for someone maybe in uni or something, in a small space, you know, to have a little bit of something for yourself at home. But then, like, why you gotta put it in the bathroom? Why you gotta do like that? Huh? Why you gotta do like this? It's also marketing to get you to notice things and point out things, analyze the video and go like, wait, first of all, how long does it take for you to do your makeup? It takes me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do my makeup. Why do I need a snack when I'm doing my makeup? Majority of the times when people are doing their makeup, it's probably in the morning when they are going to work or going out or whatever it is. And to be honest, no one really has the time to be eating or feels like eating during that time. So it's pretty strange, you know, to frame the video like that. But anyway, we'll let it slide. The girlie did her thing. She made it aesthetic. She made it cute. Slay. And that is how marketing has evolved now. It's giving this illusion of like, oh, dude, it's just me, your friend, but I'm here to sell you stuff. Okay. Here is some lotion you might need. You know what I mean? Ooh, I don't know. Water, something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is you might need. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Other than the fact that you can see that the fridge is there and it's cute, and nothing about how the product works is actually talked about. It's just pretty much fluff and meant to give the illusion of like, this is my life, this is what I use on the daily, and you would probably love to use it too, which is giving off the illusion of like friendship and like, peership. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? But like, that's not true. She's probably not used that fridge. She's probably not stayed with it for that long. She might keep it, she might not, but at the end of the day, she doesn't need the fridge. So it's just meant to give an illusion. And that is the state of marketing right now.
This app used to be so much fun, and for me, it is not anymore. And I think a lot of this is because people are trying to make money where they can, and I don't blame them. But unfortunately, they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. Let's paint a picture, okay? I'm standing in my kitchen, I'm filming myself making muffins, right? Nothing really aesthetically pleasing, it's just a regular kitchen, not dirty, just normal, right? People will scroll on by because it's not really good content. And if my kitchen would be super luxurious, people will stop because they're like, oh, I don't have that. I want to see what this kitchen looks like, right? Or the other extreme where the kitchen would be super dirty. Like, let's just say you would see that somebody has like dirty diapers on their counter or something like that, right? And then you stop. You screen record, you make your own video talking about how, oh my God, have you seen this kitchen? She's got dirty diapers on her counter. Oh my God, I could never. This is horrible. Then you've got the comments filled with people saying, this is crazy. Somebody needs to call CPS, all these kinds of things. And on the other spectrum of like a luxurious kitchen, oh my God, this is so pretty. I want that. Where did you get this? That is what I mean. It drives engagement for these apps, and that is why they push content like that, and that's why they don't push content that is normal. Because this app was meant to make money for the owners of these apps, and then also for the people who are on there only to make money. And that is why I don't like it anymore, because real connections are very, very hard to find. Because also the algorithm doesn't really show you just normal people all the time, obviously, because the content isn't as popular, and again, mainly because of the algorithm that these apps create. Also, the emotion of anger is just so much easier to get out of people than happiness. Like, people will go out of their way to make bad reviews compared to good reviews because you're satisfied. You don't need to say nothing. You're happy, right? When you go to a restaurant. But if the food was really bad, you're way more inclined to make a negative review. And I hope you can follow me along still, but that is why I don't really like any of the social media apps anymore, because it used to be really fun, but unfortunately with whataboutism and the death of nuance, that is not really possible anymore.
And also, I think as people, we're kind of like the ones that drive the algorithm. We're the ones that tell the algorithm what we want to see. And I think majority of us are living like very mundane, very like regular lives, and we just want to see different. That's like not your fault or anything like that, but you just want to experience something different from your life. And I think that's why we tend to watch people that are probably more successful than us, or people that are struggling more than us. Like, we just don't want to see someone who's living an ordinary life that is pretty vanilla, pretty straightforward, pretty simple, because it just in a way, it kind of like makes us have to like look at our lives again and experience our lives. I think it's possible for you to market yourself and build an audience that can appreciate the products or the services that you provide. Because I am someone who follows a lot of artists and different types of influencers, and I really appreciate the value that they've provided for me in my life. You know, so many different things that they've helped me with, you know, when it comes to mental health, physical health, or even just like self-improvement and all that stuff. Like, I can totally appreciate that, but I think there is just a certain group of people or a certain type of people or marketing that can be very, very just negative and awful, and just doesn't make anyone's life better. It really doesn't. It doesn't improve life. It doesn't improve community. It doesn't improve caring for each other. It just causes animosity and also just making people fight with each other about something that is probably stupid and doesn't really matter. So, yeah. I think marketing online has really gotten out of hand. And I think as people, the first step to just ensuring that we don't fall for these tricks is to acknowledge that these tricks and certain things happen. So when you see someone misbehaving or acting irrationally online, behaving horribly towards people, filming content without permission, realize that that person is just trying to get you to react a certain way, but don't give them the satisfaction. Say to them,
Not on my watch.
social media is no longer about having conversations and building communities anymore. It's really about pushing products and emotional farming to get you to get angry and for influencers and brands to promote their affiliate links or products. But you're smarter than that now. You are. I can see that.
So apparently, I rage baited 12.5 million people on the internet with a bar of soap. And yes, I got bullied by the entire internet, but I still made TikTok money. Let's talk 3-pointers on rage bait. I'm not going to say that it's not going to hurt your feelings because it definitely bothered me. At the end of the day, none of these people really actually matter. One thing that I've learned in the online world and creating content is that if you are not creating polarity, you are not creating an audience. Without contrast, without polarity, you really stand for nothing. Who cares about the people that are not into your content? Worry about.
First things first, I want to say that you don't have to intentionally try to offend people or divide people or create polarity. I think you can just be yourself, create content that you genuinely think that is helpful to someone. And the fact is that there will be people on the internet that will find that offensive. People always find a way. They really always find a way. Even in my comment section, I've seen a lot of comments of people saying, oh my gosh, I'm a hater, I'm negative, and I hate women. Even if you try to be neutral, you try to be kind, or whatever it is, there will always be someone who find what you say offensive, and there will always be someone who will be angry. But that doesn't mean that you have to actively seek out those people. Down to it.
People that are, because those are the people that matter and the people that you should be reaching. Good news is that haters equal free marketing. When people rage in your comments, TikTok thinks that your video is spicy, so they're going to push it even further, which means free ad spend from their algorithm. Second pointer is that it's really just fuel for more content. Each angry comment is literally a new script for a new video idea, and you have ChatGPT. So you can literally go to ChatGPT and get response ideas on how to either roast them or actually respond respectfully in a way that actually helps everyone else. Your haters are your unpaid content team. Know how much money my haters made from roasting me on that soap video? Know how much I made? Over $1,000 in August. Side note, just because a video goes viral does not mean that you're going to make money off of it. It's all about the quality of the video, whether or not you really convince people to be interested or want to buy it. Overall, more traffic does equal more money. My last pointer on rage bait. Here are some rage hooks that you can actually use. Pronounce something wrong on purpose. Do something slightly off or completely wrong in your video, or use a cringy thumbnail that'll get people to stop scrolling, which is exactly what I did, and it worked. People were so mad that I was touching.
But it seems anger is like the easiest way to get things done. It's like the coward's way out. It's someone's way who doesn't want to put in the extra effort to find that positive emotion in someone else, because it's a lot easier to make someone negative and to make someone angry. She's stating the fact that she made over $1,000 in 1 month on that content. So don't fall for that. Don't let people trigger you into sharing or like leaving nasty comments. I think the best and most effective way of combating rage bait is just not engaging with the content. And I know it's a bit difficult on TikTok because TikTok just automatically just pushes content to you, but just don't leave comments, don't like it, just scroll on by. That's it. Don't hate it. Whatever it is, just scroll on by and move on with your life.
My thigh with a bar of soap, and I literally only did it just for the video. But I knew that if I used the thumbnail that was zooming in on my leg with the bar of soap touching my leg, people were going to be curious about what the heck is this? This is a questionable image. Should I click this? What is this? Bonus tip number 4, you could really just play dumb. If you act confused about their comment, it's just going to feel it even more. So cousins, if you ever accidentally rage bait the internet, just remember, use the chaos, milk the comments, and never sell your sanity for soap money.
The video in question is not even that offensive. I don't understand why people were offended to begin with. She just used a bar of soap on her skin. I'll link the video in the description. You can go check it out. It's not that offensive. I don't really get the point. Soap is self-cleaning. It cleans itself. and it's probably her bar soap. She's probably not sharing that bar soap with anyone else. So again, people are easily triggered and get angry at pretty much anything and everything. They're trying to find a reason to be upset. So don't contribute by creating content that is going to automatically get them upset. And she stated that it was accidental. So I totally get it. And she didn't let that, ruin her day or whatever. And I totally give her props for that, which is not the case for most people. But like, yeah. The scary part is how psychological it all is, because TikTok is using envy, jealousy, outrage to keep you scrolling. We're being emotionally conditioned to associate happiness with buying. And creators are trapped too, because they constantly have to be creating and producing content to satisfy the algorithm. And to be honest, it's not just marketing anymore. It's become manipulation. If you enjoyed this video, I would love to know in the comments what you thought. What are your thoughts on the whole marketing thing? And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.